Hey guys, it's a beautiful morning at the shop. I got a few things I'd like to show you. Let's go check it out. Hey guys, welcome back. I've got my forge blower here. I've had it for about a year. I've done one major repair on it, and there's one repair that it needs to the main crankshaft that I've been putting off. But I got an upcoming project coming up where I'm going to be using this. And there's a bird's nest in my forge right now, so I've got a little time to fix this. Well guys, there's the reason why I can't use the forge, but these guys are lucky I'm a nice guy. I'm going to let these guys grow up, do their thing, leave the nest, and then we'll use it. So what better time than now? So I'm going to bring you close and show you what I need to fix. Alright guys. Here's the back of the forge blower, and the handle, I don't know if this is original handle, but it doesn't fit at least well. It was jammed on with a piece of copper. I've already pulled this thing apart basically and just got it kind of stuck together, but it's a lot looser than what you're seeing here. Big shoulder there that just wore. This is just soft steel, and I'm assuming this thing was used a lot. But the gears and inside are in really good shape, so we're going to make this shaft, and we're going to make it on the lathe and the shaper. It'd be a lot easier for me to cut these on the milling machine, these Keyways, but I don't have a lot of experience cutting Keyways on a shaper, and I'm going to give it a shot. So I'm going to bring you over to the lathe, and we'll get started making this thing. Alright, we got our back part of our shaft turned down to the size we need. Now all we got to do is turn the head where the handle goes on to the size that it needs to be, and that's 760 thousandths. It's wallowed out a little, so 760 thousandths up here, and then we'll go over to the shaper. Well, other than a couple, a couple facing cuts and a plunge cut for this recess here, we're pretty much done in the lathe. We've got the blank pretty much ready for the slotting, or for the keyway cutting. I haven't done this but one time, and it's sketchy. For me, it's sketchy for me to do. I'm no professional, that's for sure. So anything I do here is just, just a home shop trying. Just experimenting. This is a hand cranked deal anyway, so it doesn't really matter. It's not a high-speed shaft, and I doubt there's going to be a lot of force on it other than these guns. And that may be a substantial amount of force. It will be. Have you seen them? You should look at them. Pretty impressive. Alright guys, I'm going to show you how I'm going to get in the center of this shaft with this cutter. I know the width of my shaft, or the diameter. I know the width of my cutter, it's 1/8 inch. So I'm going to take basically a piece of cigarette paper and put on this fixed jaw of this vise and bring the carriage over until I get some resistance. And then I'm going to treat it as if it was just like a edge finder in the milling machine. You do the math and you'll end up basically on center. we should get pretty close in using that method, and that's the way I'm going to do it. Alright guys, you're looking down at the side of the part here, and of course we got a ram here. We're going to go down. I forgot to mention first of all, I had to drill holes at the end of each keyway. You know, this is not ideal, but this is just the way it is. We have to have room for chip clearance. We have to have a place for the chip to break. So if we were cutting into a, if we were cutting this without a hole, the chips would pile up at the end and it would probably end up breaking the cutter. So in order to avoid that, we've drilled a hole. We've got our cutter over to as close to center as we can get it, and we're about to give it a shot. We need to touch off, and then we're going to go down about 135, 140 thousandths. So let's do it. Alright, call that 0, close enough. Oil. And we're just going to take it slow. Ain't no reason to rush. We're hand feeding down. And that hole's doing its job. Chip's breaking. Just don't want them to pile up. If they pile up, we may have to stop and clear them. You know, before milling machines, this was probably the way it was done. Almost finished. That's it. Alright, we'll get set up on the next one, and we'll bring you back. Alright, here we are, set up on the other one. And we're going to come in and touch off, and we're going to go down 117, 120 thousandths. Zero. We made a mistake and we drilled our hole a 1/4 inch when it really should have been, 187 thousandths or slightly larger, but it doesn't matter. Now over to the lathe to cut our slot. Close. Come on, baby. Here it is. I'm gonna get this thing out of here, get it cleaned up, and show it to you. Well guys, there you have it. The old and the new. It turned out really well. We had one mistake here where we drilled a little too big a hole at the end of the keyway, but it won't hurt a thing. So I'll get it installed and show you the finished product. Well guys, here she is. Turned out better than I expected. I'm really pleased with it. Other than the one mistake with the hole at the end of the keyway, no problem though. Won't hurt a thing. Put a little life back into this old girl. I got some future projects I'm going to do with it, and I'm really excited about it. I'm glad you come along. If you haven't, please like and subscribe. That's what keeps me going. Thanks. Well guys, other than installing this, I think it's done. Here in a second, I'll install it and I'll show it to you in operation. And I think you'll be more than satisfied, at least you better be. It wasn't easy. I'm doing this for you, not for me. This won't help me at all.